Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Ezra, and I'm here with my Week 5 picks because Week 4 was terrible in Fantasyland and Picksland. As you can see, you see a lot of red here, which is not good, as you obviously know, when it comes to the Pick'em Leagues. And if you don't know, I am in GetWittedSports2 YouTube channel's Pick'em League, 33 players. And I am ranked now in 17th place. Last week I was ranked number 6. I dropped 11 spots for going 5 and 8. As you can see, the games that I got wrong, the Giants. This is the one that bothers me the most, because in the video last week I said the Giants are getting better and better, and they look great versus the Redskins. And you know how Cousins pooped the game up, and I went with the Redskins. Why would I do that? This is why it's called Idiot Sports Talk. And I said from week 1, I suck at this pick stuff, man. But I'm trying to be in the top 10 this year. I gotta for my confidence, for my boost. So let's get with the week 5 picks. Thursday night game. Most of them been sucking for the last 2-3 years. Like, what's up with Thursday night games? Why is it so bad? But we know Aaron Rodgers had a fantastic game versus the Bears. Bridgewater had a fantastic, impressive rookie start. I especially love his poise and the way he was using his legs and just energized. Like I said in last week's video, he was going to spark his team, but he just extremely energized that team. But then again, I did say the Falcons are Scott tissue, probably the softest team in the league, and any team they face that's physical, they get beat up. So I'm going to stick to my usual logic, even though it doesn't work. Aaron Rodgers, on fire. Jordy Nelson, leading the league on yards and receptions. I think the Green Bay Packers, and Eddie Lacy hasn't got rolling yet. That was his 4th straight game that was pretty mediocre. So is he going to get it going versus the Vikings? I don't know. But the Vikings, they do have that running game, which lit up the Falcons. And the Packers are also another team that are, finesse and can be physically dominated. So I could be wrong once again here, because the Vikings do have a nice sweet chance, and depends if Bridgewater and that running game come alive. This one's going to be good to watch. The Cowboys have been surprising me. They're 3-1. The Texans are also 3-1. J.J. Watt, 9 hits on the quarterback last week. He really is making a case for MVP this year. DeMarco Murray, another guy making a case for MVP. The Dallas Cowboys are just, more of a balanced team, and their defense has surprised me. Jason Garrett coaching has surprised me. You know what? I want to see Ryan Fitzpatrick, man. He's got. I'm going with the Texans here. Even though the Cowboys are, showing some really good stuff, I'm going to go with the Texans because of their running game and because of, J.J. Watt. And think about it. They're not even playing with Giovanni and Clowney yet. That Texans defense, man, that front four with J.J. Watt and Clowney should be fun to watch for years. I'm going with the Lions here. Even though the Bills, they just made a switch. They went with Kyle Orton, and they don't want the guy to mess up. They want to run the ball. The Bills want to run the ball, control the clock, and play with their defense. The Lions showed me some things last week versus my Jets. Matthew Stafford was pretty good without, Calvin Johnson for most of the game. And like I said, I think this team is more disciplined, and they showed me that last week because of Jim Caldwell. So I'm going to stick with the Lions here. But it wouldn't surprise me if the Bills won this game. All right. The Browns, Tennessee Titans, the Browns have been playing well this year. At the first half, then they make adjustments, and in the second half, they're just grinded out and stuff like that. The Titans have been looking really bad, but I'm going to go with the Browns. This is what I want to see. If the Browns are a good team, take care of the teams you're supposed to take care of. Plain and simple. You've been competitive with good teams all year round, Browns. This game, to me, is important. Show me you can beat a team that you're supposed to beat. Oh, this is going to be another fun one. Oh, Ravens at Colts. Andrew Luck, I'm going with Andrew Luck here, has thrown for at least 3 touchdowns every game this year. You talking about an MVP candidate? So far, he's having an MVP. He might be my number one right now for MVP. Might be my number one. Yeah, I got about three to five guys that I like on the list. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Mike Glennon with the game-winning touchdown to Action Jackson. The Saints are, their offense is not rolling. Start the year 1-4. Drew Brees hasn't, looked right. Yeah, just what's going on with the Saints? Everybody's going to point at their defense. Yeah, well, but their defense has always been suspect the last couple of years. Last year was pretty decent, but this year, they're not getting the turnovers they want, but the offense is not clicking. But I'm still not going to go against... I'm not going to go against the Saints, right? Versus the Buccaneers. Am I stupid for that? I don't know. You took them out. Here we go again. We got the Giants, Atlanta Falcons. The Giants are not as physical as other teams, but they're more physical than Atlanta Falcons, right? And the Giants have their defense, their secondary, and their front four finally playing really well. Like I said, Eli Manning. And just the Falcons' defense, they just don't create turnovers, it seems like. And even though Eli Manning loves giving up, though, he still leads the league in INTs. And I don't see the Falcons taking advantage of that because they're just going to get out-muscled once again. Eagles finally caught up to them. Their offense got shut out last week, even though their special teams and defense spotted them 21 points. Big loss. If you're a really good team, Eagles, and you want to take this division, and you really want to show, you're one of the Super Bowl contenders, come back, have a dominant win versus the Rams. But for some reason, I don't think that's going to happen. I'm going to go with the Rams here to shock everyone here because this Davis kid looking good. They got Stacy and this Quick, the wide receiver. He's on my fantasy team, and I need him to have a big game. So I'm going with the Rams. Panthers need this win, man. Bears need this win. This is nice, and this is going to be another sweet matchup to watch. Watch that defense versus the Bears offense. And they got smacked around last week, the Bears. The Carolina Panthers last 2 weeks, their offense hasn't generated much. But it's a good thing they're facing the Bears defense because it's not that stout. Even though Jared Allen, he still looks explosive, man. I've seen him in a couple games, especially my Jets. He was getting off that line, smacking people around. So that's good if you're a Bears fan. But overall, you got to hope Kyle Fuller has a big game, causes a turnover or something. Something's got to give. They got to cause turnovers for that Bears defense for something to happen. Even I know Blake Bortles is playing, and the Buccaneers did their thing versus the Steelers. The Jaguars has got to be the worst team in the league, right? Are they? They have to be. So I'm going with the Steelers bounce back win. And Ben Roethlisberger and people and Steeler fans want to blame the offense. They're actually ranked 5th in total yards in offense. And Ben Roethlisberger's having a good year. And Antonio Brown. I'm talking about fantasy. That dude, so he's a stud. Fantasy stud, man. Oh, another sweet one. The 3-0 Cardinals visit the Broncos. This is going to be a huge test for the Cardinals. They don't have to win to show they're a legit team. Okay? So I'm going to go with the Broncos because, let's be serious, they came this close to beating the Seattle Seahawks at their house. The Cardinals, I just want to see them stay in the game with the Broncos. And I don't know if Carson Palmer will be back. I think he should be back. I just love Bruce Arians. They wouldn't surprise me if the Cardinals win because Bruce Arians, to me, already might be a top 5 head coach in the NFL. The guy just knows how to get the most out of his... He won 2 games with his backup quarterback. Really nice. It's my Jets. Even though the San Diego Chargers have been surprising me this year, Phillip Rivers, if you want, you could put him in the MVP conversation. He's grown as a leader big time. I'm going to give him the credit. I've always shitted on Phillip Rivers and his leadership, and he's a big crybaby. This year, and last year, he's really stepped it up as a leader, and I got to give him credit for that. Hey, I get on you, but when I feel like you improved or I'm not afraid to say, you know what, you deserve that credit, and Phillip Rivers deserves that credit in my mind that he's a leader. How good did the Chiefs look? with Charles back. If you don't have to rely on Alex Smith winning the game for you, you actually have a chance, Kansas City. All right? This team looks a lot different when you have your offensive weapon back. And you saw what they did to the Patriots. Even though the Patriots helped them out a lot, Tom Brady hasn't been himself. You know, I actually want to make a video. Is this the beginning of the end of Tom Brady? I don't believe so, but he's definitely not himself. That's for sure. 49ers, they did something last week they should have been doing the beginning of the year. And they need to stop and realize you are a defensive first running team. Okay? Stop giving Cap all these pass attempts and then try to develop as this superstar quarterback when he's not. Let him, be somewhat, not a little more than a game manager, but don't try to put the ball in his hands to win games offensively. Run the ball with Frank Gore, Carlos Hyde, be physical. You play smash mouth football and let Colin Kaepernick do some things with his legs. Don't try to air it out all the time. He's not a pocket quarterback. He's not a guy that's going to carry a team offensively. So they came out with a big win versus the Eagles, especially when you give them the Eagles 21 points and their defense, was on point, and especially with all the suspensions and injuries and all the stuff going on, they deserve a lot of credit. For some reason, not playing well at home either. But I'm gonna go with the Chiefs because I'm going with the 49ers because if you neutralize Jamal Charles, the Chiefs really don't have a chance. I know that tight end, I don't know what his name is. He had a big game last night, and he's been 2 straight weeks with a touchdown for the Chiefs. He looks like a nice little weapon, but I'm not a big believer in Alex Smith at all. He's a game manager, and that's it. Bengals, best team in the AFC. Patriots, struggling offensively. Defensively, they're not what they're was supposed to be on paper as of yet. Bill Belichick, how come he's not getting criticized? You got the pieces. You got what you wanted. Maybe. And your offensive line problems, once again, that falls on you, Bill Belichick. Getting rid of Logan Mankins. Tom Brady's not happy right now. He's not looking good. And let's not blame it on the weapons. I'm blaming it on that offensive line and Tom Brady. Okay? I don't think it's the weapons around because, Tom Brady has done more with less before. Cousins, if you want to, you want a chance at at this job in the future, you better have a big game and a good game versus Seattle at home. You messed up your chances this past week, man, on national television to put some real pressure for the starting position of the job of the Redskins. Anyway, those are my picks. Hopefully I do a lot better. Let me know what you think of the picks. And guys, I just started a Twitch channel. If you love, watching video games, I don't talk sports on there. I'll tell you that right now. I'm having fun talking smack, but I know a lot of you guys are young and follow the channel. Check me out, man. Twitch.tv/whoatemyice-cream. I will leave the link in the description box. And follow me on Twitter @IdiotSportsTalk. And thank you. Those are my picks. I'm going to write in my tiebreakers now. You guys have a good one.